My threshold pace has gone from 3:22 per kilometre to 3:15. So that's a 7 seconds per kilometre increase in my speed, which over the course of, say, a half marathon, I'm hoping is going to equate to about almost 2 minutes. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a typical day in my marathon training for this year's Copenhagen Marathon in May. At the moment, in the training for this marathon, I'm 8 weeks out by the way, and I'm sort of 6 weeks into proper training, having built it up. All my training you can follow on Strava, and we're currently sitting at around 160 kilometers, which is 100 miles per week. And the way my weeks are structured at the moment are 2 double threshold sessions and a long run on a Sunday. So today's a Tuesday, it's my first double threshold session of the week. So I thought I'd take you along today, just film sort of a typical day, what I eat, the training, how I recover in between my 2 sessions. I've been doing this sort of threshold, sort of Ingebrigtsen style training now for around 6 weeks. Already starting to see some of the benefits. I can talk through some of those. I'm going to be testing some shoes today that are actually embargoed, so I'm going to have to blur them out. This is what they look like. Yep, that's all you're going to see. They're from On Running. I think I'm allowed to say what they're called. They're called the Cloud Monster, and I've been kindly sent a pair to sort of test before they're released. So hopefully I can give you my thoughts and opinions on the 31st of March on these shoes. Yeah, I'm going to take them down to my threshold loop this morning, which is just on a housing estate. It's 400 meters in a circle. I do all my training there when I'm not on the track. Tonight's session will be on the track. I'm not 100% sure what the session is this evening, but I know it'll be something a little bit faster than this morning. And that's how I sort of structure my threshold, my double threshold days, is I take the morning session fairly easy, relative out of 10, I'd say 6 out of 10, and then this afternoon, the evening session is more like a 7, 8 out of 10 effort. So yeah, that's how I structured my training so far, and I'm going to take you along for the day. Okay, so my morning routine before my first threshold session of the day. I've had my coffee. I usually don't eat anything before that first session, just because I like to give my stomach at least 2 hours before the session, so I tend to eat when I get back. Wake up at the moment around 7:30, and I typically go out for my morning run at around 8:30. It's now 8:45, so I'm a little bit late today, but yeah, doesn't matter too much, around the same sort of time. Got my Coros watch, still my favourite one at the moment, and I've been using this Polar heart rate monitor, which just straps on my arm. Yeah, finding that to be really accurate, and that's that's how I measure my threshold effort. So on my watch I'll have my heart rate throughout the 10-minute interval. That's what I'm doing this morning, 3 times 10 minutes, and I try to keep it in between 165 and 171 beats per minute. And yeah, this heart rate monitor just straps on my arm like that. Turn it on here. Make sure you turn, if you have got the Polar or any heart rate monitor that goes on your arm, make sure you turn it off after your session, otherwise they run out of battery really quickly. That's what I find anyway. So yeah, now just gonna set my watch up, basic interval, 3 times 10 minutes off 1 minute 30 rest. I'm gonna head down to the loop and get into the session. Spring's coming, so I'm just going out towards my road loop now. Yeah, the session is 3 times 10 minutes. It's a typical session for my Tuesday mornings. In fact, I've done this session every week now, pretty much for the last 6 weeks. So you could say I'm getting a little bit sick of it, but I'm sticking with it, sticking with this threshold training. Already seeing the benefits. So this typical session, head down to the loop. I do a 3 kilometre easy run to start with,
just to get the legs warmed up. I'm actually trying a new product from Pure Sport as well called Freeze. It's basically like a CBD deep heat basically, so I put it on my legs before I go for my run. Just helps wake them up, get the blood flowing, and then I jump into the session, get 30 minutes of solid threshold work in before starting the recovery for tonight's session. So I'm just coming down to the road loop, and this is the sort of terrain I run on. The beauty of this loop is all these houses have their own driveways, which means the actual road is completely free of cars and traffic, because everyone's either gone to work or are still at home. So I rarely have to jump out the way of any traffic, which is good. Very quiet, so it's ideal. Yeah, just going to lose this jacket. Haven't even finished the warm-up yet and I'm getting too hot. That's a good sign. Spring is definitely here. Woo. Okay, so I've done my warm-up, 3 kilometers nice and easy. Done some lunges, some heel flicks, a few other little drill bits. Chucked in a few strides there. I don't do too much in terms of my warm-up. Usually keep it fairly consistent throughout, just to get myself ready, but hopefully in that first 10-minute rep I'll get warmed up anyway. So yeah, it's not too hard a workout, about 6 or 7 out of 10. I'm just going to get started now. First 10-minute interval, here we go. First one of the day. And we're off. Nice and controlled. So that's the first set done. Got 55 seconds left of rest. Yeah, completely easy to feel. I look at the pace just to make sure I'm in the right sort of ballpark, not gone too quick or too slow, but mainly my threshold efforts are relative to effort. It's about 7 out of 10 there this morning. Legs are feeling really good, surprisingly, after last night's gym session. I've got 30 seconds left before I start the second rep. Whew. And then after that, one more rep to go. So yeah, it's a good workout. Definitely give it a try. 20 seconds. And we're off. Number 2. Woo. So there we go, just finished the workout, threshold 1 of the day. Yeah, 30 minutes of solid threshold work before 10 o'clock. It's now 10 to 10, so yeah, happy to get that done. The splits were 3:11 per kilometre for the first rep, and then 3:16 for reps 2 and 3. Really happy with that. It's probably the best this session has felt in a long time. Had a little bit of tightness in the lower back on that second rep, probably due to the squats and sort of deadlift stuff I was doing last night in the gym, but that sort of cleared up on the third rep. Yeah, and I was able to keep a pretty constant effort, so I'm chuffed with that. Threshold number 1 done. Got a 3 kilometre cool down to do, and then the recovery starts for tonight's session. So as I was saying in the introduction, I've been doing this sort of double threshold style training now for 6 weeks. I've been really enjoying it actually, having now made the jump to sort of full-time content creation. It also allows me to basically train like a professional athlete, which is great. So I understand a lot of people have time constraints. Double thresholds isn't something they will even be able to do due to family and work commitments. But for me at the moment, I've got plenty of time, so I thought I'd give it a try. I used to live in Sweden, so like Scandinavia, and they do a little bit of this double threshold stuff over there. So that's when I first got introduced to it. And one of my good friends, Victor Smang on Instagram, he's a 30-minute 02 or something like that, 10k run. He hasn't quite broke that 30-minute barrier yet. But he uses this double threshold technique, so that's where I first sort of saw it and saw how effective it can be, and I started to implement it myself. And without getting too much into the stats, I've basically found that over the course of the 6 weeks, my threshold pace, so roughly the pace that I can maintain for an hour, has basically increased. Now, I'm not saying that threshold has got easier. In fact, it definitely hasn't. It's just that I've started to slowly get a little bit quicker at that threshold heart rate, if that makes sense. So at the start of this training block, so before I was doing these double threshold days, my threshold heart rate was 171. It still currently is 171. This is all according to my watch, but my threshold pace has gone from 322 per kilometre to 315. So that's a 7 seconds per kilometre increase in my speed, which over the course of, say, a half marathon, I'm hoping is going to equate to about almost 2 minutes. So yeah, the training is really working for me. The key really is not to push that first threshold workout not too hard, so that you've got some left in the evening, and you really have to focus on recovery. So I'm going to get home, have my usual scrambled eggs on toast, electrolyte drink, put my feet up, and mainly for the rest of the day do pretty much nothing but sit on my laptop, edit, keep my feet off the ground to get ready for that next session. But yeah, that's a little bit of an insight into the threshold work. It's definitely working for me. I've got to the point where I'm like, I really want to race and like put the training to the test, but obviously Copenhagen is now 6-7 weeks away, so it's on the horizon. I've got a few 10Ks coming up again as well, so naturally there will be chances to put the training to the test, but I'm 95% sure it's working. I'm getting quicker as a result.
So there we go, that's my recovery breakfast of choice. 3 scrambled eggs on toast or bagels, Bix hydration. I usually have a pint of water with it. 2 parcels just arrived at the door. One from Kiss the Hippo. This is a coffee that I've just brought. A subscriber recommended this to me. Apparently this is the best coffee they've ever tried. And it's come in a flat pack, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'll open that in just a second. And also some Team Varga. I think they've got some new hats coming out, so just going to open these, have a little look. Ooh la la! Nice. 2 new hats from Varga. Yellow, orange and burgundy one. Perfect timing, because I just had to take my other one off. It got all sweaty from my run. That's nice. Classic fit. And a blue one. Yeah, so I've been sort of working with Team Varga for the last almost 6 months now. And basically the relationship we have is they provide me with hats for free promo basically. We don't, I don't pay them, they don't pay me, so it's sort of a really nice relationship. Some really nice hats to add to my collection. And let's have a little look at this coffee. Interesting how it came flat packed, I've not seen that before. Enjoy your coffee, man. I love your YouTube videos. Oh, wicked. Thank you very much. And here is Kiss the Hippo coffee. Yeah, flat packed, interesting. I've gone for the George Street blend. Yeah, as recommended to somebody on Instagram. It's 50% Colombian, 50% Ethiopia. I usually only have 1 or 2 coffees a day. Had my morning coffee this morning. But yeah, I'll give this a go this afternoon. Carbon negative product, which is, yeah, pretty cool. Cool, 18 degrees at the moment, probably one of the warmest days of the year so far. So yeah, I've just been doing some editing, replying to some emails. Here's lunch for today. Pesto pasta with roasted veg. So I've got roasted peppers, sweet potato and onions with, yeah, classic pesto pasta. This was last night's dinner, and I quite often have last night's dinner as lunch. So yeah, this should set me up for tonight's track session, and then I'll have another meal this evening. Typically, yeah, have 3 meals, sometimes have a snack before training just to make sure I get through it, like something like a cereal bar or Serene is a good one. But yeah, just gonna enjoy my lunch and then, yeah, get ready for a track session. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in coffee, I'm going to give this Kiss the Hippo a try. George Street Blend. This is coffee I've brought with my own money, so I'll give you my full, non-biased review. If you are into coffee like I do, I have a coffee before every run pretty much religiously, then one around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, ready for my second session. Smells good. So here we go, first cup of Kiss the Hippo. Let's give it a taste test. Yep, that passes the test. Nice light to medium roast. You can taste the sort of chocolatey tones. Yeah, really nice coffee, mixes really well with milk. Definitely up there. Thanks for the recommendation. So just arrived down at the track, Chelmsford Athletics track tonight for my session. My athletics club has a lot of younger athletes, children basically, so we have not a strict, but there's a no filming policy obviously, so that means I can't really film my workouts on the track. I have explained that in previous videos, so I hope I don't sound like a broken record, but yeah, gonna head in now, get my warm-up done, meet the rest of the guys. There's usually around 5 or 6 of us in my group, but yeah, I'll see you in about an hour, 2 hours time, and I'll go over how the workout went from this double threshold day. Finished another session on the track. We did a little bit of a different workout tonight. I'll go over it when we get home. But yeah, another good session, another one banked. And I also got a little package when I got to training tonight. So yeah, I'll show you what was in that as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, gonna get in the car, head home, and get some dinner. Woo. Session went really well. We did a slightly different session tonight, one that Seb, my training partner, recommended. So it was a kilometre, then 4 by 300 metres. I've got the session here on Strava, so I'll quickly go over it. And that was one set. So the K, then 4 times 300. With the K rep, we were trying to go a little bit faster than what we're used to. So commonly we'll hit like 3:10 per kilometre, but tonight we hit 2:55 for the kilometres. Here you can see I've written all the paces down on Strava. As always, link down below to my Strava so you can go have a look. And the kilometres were in 2:54. Let me go down to laps. The first kilometre 2:54, then 50 seconds for the 300s, and then the second kilometre there 2:55 again, and then the 300s again around 51 to 50 seconds, and then the final set again we hit 2:55 for that last kilometre, and then all the 300s were 51, 52, 49, 49, and the last one 45. I sort of let it rip a little bit on the last rep, which is really good. Perfect session for getting the legs going a little bit faster, and it built a good bit of confidence moving forward, knowing that I can sort of run at the 2:54 sort of pace. Hopefully one day that I've put here goal 5k pace, hopefully one day that will be my goal 5k pace. When I got to training, there was a parcel for me. Somebody had sent me a parcel straight to my athletics club. I've not had that before, so thank you very much to Tony, who sent me these little snap lock bib clips, which have got my logo on. They're really cool. Oh, let me just focus it there. Yeah, little logo on there. Really nice. He's from Cambridge and Collegiate AC. And he says I've got to try out the Cambridge Park Run at some point because it's meant to be the second quickest in the UK. So yeah, really thankful to Tony for sending me those. I'll give those a go next time I'm at a race. I won't have to use pins anymore, so thank you very much for those. This is my dinner for this evening. It's a chili con carne, one that we made about a week, 2 weeks ago. I've just heated it up in the microwave. nice and easy, especially on track nights, given that it's now 20 to 10. So a busy day of training. That's a typical day marathon training for me. A little bit of faster work there in the evening, and that's how I like to structure my double threshold days. Hope you've got some sort of takeaways from today's video. Maybe you want to give threshold training a go yourself, or yeah, even the session idea from this evening's one. It was a really good one. I'm just going to sit down, enjoy my dinner, but yeah, until next time, aspire to run, run to inspire, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.